what if the people you trusted most were hiding a truth so deep, so life-changing, that it could alter everything you believed about yourself? What if that truth had been buried under years of grief, longing, and silence? And then, one day, the past came walking back into your life, not as a ghost, but as a living, breathing person who still held a piece of your heart. Today, we journey into Broken Country by Clare Leslie Hall, a tale of love, loss, and the dangerous weight of memory. This is a Reese's book club pick, a story that captures the ache of first love, the hollow of grief, and the pull of unfinished business. And before we step into the first scene, I've put my special Amazon link in the description. If this story calls to you, grab the book in paperback, Kindle, or audiobook and support the channel while you do. It costs you nothing extra, but it helps me bring you more stories like this. Our story moves across 3 timelines, 1955, 1968, and 1969. Each one peels back another layer of mystery. At the center, Beth, a woman whose life was shaped by 2 men, the one she married and the one she never stopped loving. It's the summer of 1955 in rural Dorset, England. The sun hangs high over rolling fields. The smell of freshly cut hay drifts in the air. The world feels wide, open, and full of possibility. Beth is 17, the farmer's daughter, with dreams bigger than the village. She reads Austen under the elm tree, imagines herself at university, maybe even in London one day, where the streets hum with ideas and the future feels limitless. One afternoon, she meets Gabriel Wolfe. He is older, mysterious, with eyes that seem to hold entire stories he'll never tell. His voice carries the faintest trace of somewhere else, educated, traveled, different from the local boys. They talk at first about simple things, weather, books, the village gossip. But soon they share more. Dreams, literature, the feeling of not quite fitting into the life set out for them. In the shade of an ancient oak, time seems to slow. Every meeting feels like a secret the world hasn't yet discovered. For Beth, this isn't just a crush. It's the awakening of her heart. She believes in forever. But forever is a promise that life rarely keeps. Gabriel's family is wealthier, his future already mapped by expectations. Beth's family sees him as a distraction, maybe even a threat to her future. The class divide between them is subtle, but it's there, a quiet shadow over every kiss, every plan they whisper to each other. One night, a night she will never forget, Beth and Gabriel give themselves to each other completely. In her mind, this seals their fate. They belong to each other. But when summer ends, Gabriel is gone. No explanation, no letter, just absence, like the closing of a door. Beth's life moves forward. She marries Frank, a good man in many ways, steady, dependable, a farmer like her father. They have a son, Bobby. For a while, life is steady. But fate, once again, intervenes with cruelty. Bobby dies in a tragic accident. The grief is a shadow that never truly leaves the farmhouse. It's now 1968. Beth is older, her life quieter, shaped by routines that keep the sadness at bay. But then, the past comes back in the most unexpected way. Frank's brother Jimmy shoots a dog that was attacking their sheep. It turns out the dog belonged to none other than Gabriel Wolfe. Gabriel is back. He's older now, with silver at his temples, divorced, and a celebrated author. He has a son named Leo, a boy close in age to Bobby when he died. Seeing Leo stirs something deep in Beth, a painful tenderness, a reminder of all she's lost. Wanting to bridge the years, she gives Leo a puppy. In that simple act, she ties herself back into Gabriel's orbit. Conversations resume between Beth and Gabriel. At first, they're polite, civil, but the air between them hums with something dangerous, a pull neither of them can fully ignore. Frank senses it. He watches Beth with quiet suspicion, the distance between husband and wife widening without a word being spoken. Gabriel, for his part, seems to carry his own private burdens. Shadows flicker in his eyes when certain topics come up. He doesn't volunteer much about his marriage or why he's really back in Dorset. She feels as though they're circling something, some truth just beyond reach. Then, in 1969, everything changes. London, the Old Bailey. Gabriel Wolfe is on trial for murder. The charge sends ripples through the quiet countryside, where gossip spreads faster than the wind. Beth learns fragments from the newspapers, from overheard conversations, but the truth is more tangled than anyone imagines. In court, the prosecution paints Gabriel as cold-blooded, methodical. The defense tells a different story, an act born not from malice, but from loyalty. Witnesses contradict each other. Evidence is unclear. The truth feels like a moving target. As the trial unfolds, Beth is forced to confront the man she once loved with all her heart. Is he capable of killing in cold blood? Or is there something, or someone, he was trying to protect? The answer, when it comes, is not simple. Gabriel's actions were indeed driven by loyalty, but that loyalty cost him everything. He made a choice years ago that set him on a path that could only end in loss. Beth realizes the Gabriel she loved in 1955 is gone, shaped and hardened by life just as she has been. And she too is no longer the 17-year-old girl who believed love alone could carry them through. Broken Country is not just a love story. It's about how grief and passion intertwine, how the past is never truly buried, how secrets, no matter how deeply hidden, always surface. Clare Leslie Hall writes with a tenderness that makes you feel every heartbeat, every loss, every flicker of hope. If you want to step into this world, to feel that summer sun on your skin, to walk the fields of Dorset, to sit in the courtroom as the verdict falls, I've linked the book in my description. Grab it through my Amazon affiliate link to experience every detail for yourself and to support the channel while you do.